Hey guys, how's it going? Cell here, and welcome back to episode 9 of the Ultimate Ironman progress. In this episode, it's been a few days since I've last played, like almost a week even, which is crazy to think about, but that's given me plenty of time to think about what I want to do, and that is, I've decided, why am I running? Wasting run energy? Bunch of quests. Yep, this is going to be a questing episode, because there's still a lot of early quests we can knock out. So I think I want to do that, get some of the more annoying ones out of the way, the traditionally annoying ones anyways, and go from there. My main motivation for that is having all these energy potions, because eventually, we'll either need to use these or drop them, so we might as well use them while we've got them. Smoke them if you got them, I think is how the saying goes. So yeah, we're going to start off with Trinum Village here and go from there. And here comes the end of it, hopefully, in just a minute. Come on. So hard to time these. Up to 42 attack. Can now wield Rune, which is something, I guess. You also have this amulet that gives us defensive bonuses, though. I mean, they're pretty hefty, but I don't know if we're going to use it at all. Here's another whopper of a quest. Coming in with the Grand Tree. Another all-time classic, one of the earliest quests in the game. Going all the way back to Classic. I can't remember if I completed this on Classic a few years back or not, but yeah, there it is, up to 42 attack. Got 43 magic from killing the various things in these quests, and 33 agility. Nice boost there. I have never won all 4 games of this in a row, but it just happened. The last time I did this quest, I had to play 20, 25 games of it. That was RS3 though, so maybe my old school luck's a bit different. And here is Ghost Ahoy finished. Hopefully we can employ the ectophile for use in a couple of quests coming up. And here comes, hopefully, the end of In Search of the Hierarchy, which is how you pronounce that, by the way, since nobody seems to know how to. That quest was kind of a massive pain, and the next one's going to be even worse, because I'm going to do In Aid of. I did overestimate the usefulness of the ectophile, by the way, since I forgot there's a minigame teleport to Shades of Morton, now that I've done that quest, so that's pretty nice, and I will definitely wait for the timer in between those, because getting there's kind of a pain. Well, I guess not so much now, with the tunnel unlocked, but still. I completely forgot you need a mithril bar for In Aid of the Hierarchy. There are a couple of things that have like a 1 in 20-ish drop rate of them. Moss Giants and Chaos Dwarfs. So I'll probably just end up going to them, but I am going to progress as far in it as I can, I think, up until the point that I actually need that. I am going to give up on In Aid of the Hierarchy for now, because I've attempted this like 3 or 4 times, and Ivan keeps dying. He's fully kitted out, has armor, a sickle, and food. And the closest I've come is having one of the Vire skill. I don't know if it's random between the level 50s or the level 75s. I think those are the options. But I got the 75s, 2 of them, of course. And yeah, it just doesn't seem possible, so I think I'll revisit this once I have a bit higher stats and can handle the fight better. But I have a host of other quests to do, so I'll get to those. There is Client of Kren finished. Things kind of went in a random direction. I started doing Demon Slayer, and I'm about to go finish it. And during the process of getting the bones, got some clue scrolls, which I'm about to open, which led me to Zaya, so I figured I might as well knock out this quest while I'm here. I think I'm going to use the certificate here. Lova, whatever it is. I have no idea how annoying these are, but I don't think these lose favor ever now. I think at one point it was you get to 100 and then they don't lose favor. I believe you don't lose favor in anything now, which is nice. But anyways, I'm also going to put these lamps into rune crafting because I don't really have anything else better to put 1000 XP in, so straight up to 15. And let's go ahead and get rid of some of this junk first. And we can open these caskets. Let's start with the beginner one. No uniques as expected, not really expecting much of anything from these. Okay. I guess my expectations have been well exceeded by this. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I would need the entire set of these to store any of them. So that is incredibly unfortunate. And some runes. So that's a solid 600k. I guess I can get my other account off of Tutorial Island and Old School and transfer these, but I mean, I might as well wear them, I guess, if they're giving me prayer and magic bonus, so yeah, pretty nice, I guess. Yep, as expected, you need all 6 parts, and they're also not classified as easy rewards for some reason, probably because the other parts come from different sets. So I'm probably just going to wear the Armadillo one for now and transfer this one over to my main because it's worth more, and I'm going to have to get rid of them in the end anyways. And there's a demon slain. And here's the golem finish. Do we get any levels from that? We do not, but we got a little bit of crafting and thieving XP. I think most of you know where this one's going next. Holy crap, I did it. I can't believe this took me so many tries. Okay, put this in the right skill. Okay. I was gonna say that irritates me, but anyways. Put that into range, go straight up to 27 range, just shy of 28. That took me 4 attempts. Somehow got pretty close with Fire Strike. Then decided to go to Fire Bolt instead to make it a little more doable. That didn't work out so well. Like at all. So I made an Amulet Magic. Still didn't work out. I got into like 80% before I ran out of prayer and food. So went ahead and tried again. Finally got it. Just barely. Oh, what a pain. There's the end of Observatory Quest. Figured after struggling so hard in the last one, we should knock out an easy one. There's the Corsair Curse finished. First time I've done that quest. It was pretty interesting. Not super rewarding, but not every quest has to be. I guess there is a little side area here, but this is a free-to-play quest, and I think it's mostly meant for those type of players or playstyle. There's another not-so-bad one, the Lost Tribe, taking us from almost 36 to almost 37 mining. Should be following that up with, well, that actually might sit there for a while, never mind. There's Death to the Dorgashun finished. That takes us up to 28 range, only 19 XP from 29. This is the requirement for the bone crossbow, which should come in handy in the future. Just an easy to access weapon that's not too bad in these early mid levels. There's yet another slice of ham. Do we get any levels from that? Yeah, we get 44 prayer as well as 37 mining. Are we just perpetually going to be almost to the next level with all these? Like, look, it's even both 19 XP. We also got 45 magic during the combat of that quest, which is very nice because we can finally teleport to Camelot, which is immensely useful. Because what I've been doing is going to the monastery and then taking a boat from Port Hazard, which is a massive pain. There's Tears of Gelthix finished. That is much quicker than I ever remember it being, but I haven't done this quest in many, many years, I believe. Because I guess figured it would be more of a pain than it is. And apparently, Juno wouldn't let us use the bowl we used when we revived Xanax, so we had to make our own. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this, even though it's going to give me 100 XP. I don't really mind all that much. And it's kind of our lowest skill for a reason, so yeah. I didn't feel all that great, but we got 68 tears. Let's see how much this gives for a level 9 skill. 931. Alright, that's actually not too bad compared to what I was anticipating. Taking us up to 1300. I also completely forgot about these easy clues that we got when pickpocketing from ham members. They're kind of annoying to get, but oh, guess we can't open caskets in the house. Kind of makes sense because everything disappears when you leave, but terrible? Slightly less terrible. Just finished cleaning finds for the museum and telling Historian Minus about some of the quests we've done. We get a lamp. Unfortunately, it only gives experience and a skill above level 20, and it's 1000 XP, so we're gonna go and toss that on Herblore. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic, but there's Bone Voyage done. The first time I've done this quest. It's kind of annoying. Lots of running around when, you don't have access to much running ability. So I took a bit of a detour here to pick up 40 agility. That's the requirement for, I believe, the Canifis course. Let's find out here. Yep, Canifis rooftop course. And I needed 35 for Horror from the Deep, which I think I'm gonna do shortly once I finish up the bar crawl mini quest. And figured I might as well knock this out because I'm gonna want to get 40 anyways. I do want to get full graceful at some point relatively soon. Maybe not this episode, but maybe next, because it is going to be a decent bit of a grind. I'm trying to pick up as many things as I can along the way. For example, stash units. I got a black axe from one of the easy clues that I did, so that's about a 1 in 36 from easy clues. So not exactly rare, but not extremely common either, so I figured I should go ahead and fill these in while I have the stuff here and the other things are easy to get. Alright, there's Horror from the Deep, finally finished. Took 2 attempts. These are taking a lot more tries than I remember them in the past. That takes us up to 32 range, 46 magic, and 33 strength. That was the last notable quest for range at the moment, XP-wise anyways. There are a couple of quest requirements of 30 range, which is why I wanted to knock this out. Here comes a big one. Dragon Slayer, finally completed. Could have completed it probably sooner. I don't know, the fight is kind of difficult with my gear setup and my method of killing it, but that has taken us up to 40 strength and 39 defense. Very solid levels, getting thrust into the mid-game with these quest rewards and still have a few big ones left. Now conquered free-to-play's second hardest challenge, right behind Shield of Aerith, since that requires you to have contact with another human being. So I realized I had a plan for this episode, but things have kind of been all over the place. That's because I have decided I need to, or at least I don't really need to do anything, but I want to focus more on this account in general, and that means squeezing in a bit more playtime whenever I can, reasonably expect to anyways. So that means things like AFKing, which I haven't really been doing much of anything because I didn't want to segment the video that much. I wanted to focus on things, and I ended up doing poorly at that anyways. So I am going to be AFKing fishing here for a bit, and also cooking things at this fire. This will help in some future goals, and I also want to grow my kitten that I just picked up for the Evil Dave subquest for RFD, which I think the subquests that we have available are the next things on our long-term list for now. And by long-term I mean the remainder of the episode, I guess. Ended up getting 47 fishing and 54 cooking while growing our cat. It's fully grown now, so we're going to finish up the Evil Dave Recipe for Disaster subquest. I thought this was the only quest that you needed a full-grown cat for, or that you needed to catch rats in specifically, because if you don't need to catch rats, then the kitten is just as good as a cat. However, I forgot rat catchers exists, and to do that we need to do another quest we had in mind, which is Ictharin's Little Helper, somewhere in here. Don't want to do my alphabet right now, so probably be heading there after doing this and then finishing up rat catchers. I could just grow another cat over time while AFKing something or doing something else, but I have it now, so I might as well. Here comes Evil Dave freed. That wasn't too bad. Could have been worse, honestly, but topping out at a 50% catch rate also doesn't feel great. Here comes the end of Ictharin's Little Helper. That's gonna add us a few levels in agility and thieving, and get us a tiny bit of woodcutting XP as well. So 2 thieving levels, 1 agility level. That probably would have come in handy before 40, since the entire point in getting that was to unlock a better course, but anyways, that quest was a little more difficult than I expected. I rolled just a 25% chance to get a boss that isn't very resistant to magic, and I failed that. I didn't realize how much magic defense they had, or I would have gotten the bone crossbow ahead of time, but failed an attempt. Had to run to the mines, pick this up, and I bought way more bolts than I needed because I was treating them like runes and that I wouldn't get any back. But I guess I have this for whatever I might be able to use it for. You know, I forgot why this quest was complete garbage, but I forgot the guards that have eyes in the back of their head and can see you from 12 rooms away. Yeah, I've been here for like 45 minutes doing this quest. Not in this building in particular, but the duration of the quest, you know what I'm saying. What an exhilarating fight. No joke, I think this is the longest quest we've done so far. Took me an hour and maybe like 45 minutes. It wasn't completely focused, I guess, and I had to do a couple things in between, like clue scroll stuff, but the steps we've had in this so far, the two we've had have been on the way during the quest. Anyways, it's finally done. We got to 42 thieving, and I believe that's the last quest in which we need to catch rats, so we're free to not have a cat because a kitten should suffice. And that was the last of our beginner shoes, so let's crack it open. Nice. It's our new best in slot helmet. And with this catch coming in here shortly, probably we're gonna net ourselves 58 fishing. Yeah, there we go, the game can cooperate. 58 fishing. Cannot catch leaping salmon, which means I will probably, well, I definitely won't be staying here at any rate, but I will be catching, or doing the barbarian fishing method from here on out, whenever that becomes relevant. Not going to do any fishing for now, though. I am probably going to end the episode here. We didn't quite accomplish our goals for the episode, but in stitching together clips and getting the episode prepped, I'm realizing it's a bit longer than I thought it was at this point, so I'm instead going to cut it here and start another episode. Next episode, things to look forward to. Bit more questing after we get Graceful from the Canifis course. That'll probably take quite a while, and one of the main reasons I want to start a new episode right now, I'd rather just segment that out and do it between episodes or something like that, or at the start of another episode instead of trying to cram it into this one, because it's going to be a decently long grind to get Graceful. Oh, almost forgot with these beginner caskets. I won't forget that before we close out here. Enough of the meta video talk, though. Here's what we're ending off with for stats. Got to 58 fishing and 62 cooking, which is like easily 2 levels higher than I thought we would be at this point. We do need 70 for the Awawogi part of Recipe for Disaster, and I want to knock that out as soon as I can after doing Monkey Madness, so I don't have to remake Grigory's, because that sounds like a massive pain. So that won't be next episode, I don't think, but it will be in the near future, so more stuff to look forward to. Anyways, I am going to, I guess, drop a bunch of this crap here. I'm going to use up the rest of these feathers before next episode as well, by the way. Anyways, let's crack these clues open, see if we get any uniques. Number 3 and number 4. Absolutely nothing. I'm actually finding that I like beginner clues, though. They're kind of chill, and we just got these while fishing anyways. We didn't like seek them out or anything, so pretty easy to knock them out of the way. Breaks up the monotony a bit. I used to hate like getting clue bottles and stuff while fishing on my old ultimate because I didn't want to do them, but I felt obligated to hold on to them for a bit in case I did. After so many years, I definitely have a greater capacity to switch things up and get back into it. And also, the long grinds don't bother me as much. You'd think you'd build up a resistance over time while doing that, but I think I ended up getting comfortable and just wanting to AFK a bunch of stuff all the time. So, I don't know. Maybe just burnt out. Anyways, if you've watched this far, thank you for watching, and feel free to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment, I read them all. thanks. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.